This is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
And good afternoon. I'm Ray Collins, in for Scott Dennis. We have breaking news this half hour out of Kentucky. At least one person is dead, 7 others injured after a shooting at a high school. Police arrested a suspect and secured the scene at Marshall County High School. The motive for the shooting is still unknown. This comes just one day after a 15-year-old student was shot and injured in a Texas high school. Updates on this story throughout the day here on mysuncoast.com, on ABC 7. Just download our app also at WWSB or My Suncoast in the App Store. A man who was sentenced to death for the murder of a Manatee County woman is now being linked to a Sarasota County woman's death about 10 years ago. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says DNA evidence now connects Delmer Smith to the gruesome murder of a 34-year-old woman in her home back in 2009. Now, Delmer Smith remains on death row for the 2009 murder of Kathleen Briles. In addition to the murder of Briles and now possibly the other murder, he was also sentenced to life in prison for a string of home invasions in Sarasota County. The DNA results did show a positive match to Delmer Smith.
Today is a very important day for the Sheriff's Office. It's a day that we're very proud of because we've brought resolution to this case, and we hope just a little bit of peace to the family of this woman who was so violently murdered.
Delmer Smith is charged with murder and sexual battery. He's expected to be transferred back to Sarasota County to face additional charges. In Tampa, prosecutors will be seeking the death penalty for Howell Donaldson III if he's found guilty of 4 counts of murder. The state attorney is making the announcement in a Tampa press conference earlier this morning. He is accused of killing 4 people last year in Seminole Heights. He was arrested in November after a 2-month manhunt that left that area on high alert. On a lighter note now, at this hour, a job fair is underway on Kettleman Drive around Sarasota County. A variety of private and public sector employers are on hand, including the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. The JobLink 2018 Job Fair goes until 2 p.m. at the Homewood Suites Conference Center. That's on Kettleman Road. Jobs are available in the Sarasota, Lakewood Ranch, and Bradenton areas. The event is free and open to the public. A new survey suggests the Suncoast and Bay Area are one of the most popular places to move. Penske Trucks tallied up its one-way rentals, and for the 2nd year in a row, Tampa and Sarasota came in 5th. Atlanta was number 1, followed by Phoenix and Dallas-Fort Worth. Orlando was the only other Florida city to make the top 10. Nice list to be on, huh?
You never know where your information's coming from, do you?
One-way rentals is their survey. All right.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
We have across our region, some pretty nice weather out there. It's no wonder people coming here as opposed to other parts of the country where you're either freezing or have a severe weather threat. Van Wezel webcam put into motion since this morning showed a pretty nice dawn, but we did have some showers around. And we do have a little bit of cloud cover out there. But say the temperatures are pretty mild. Can't complain about that. A front moving through is going to cause just a little bit of a rain issue today, and we do have some sea fog that's formed out there in Gulf waters that'll be kind of persistent this afternoon. But if you're overland, should be okay. 30% chance of showers till about 3 p.m. And then as we head into the evening hours, that front will be through and things will start to clear out. Rainfall, right now we've got a few scattered showers around. Heaviest is over near Arcadia and around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. You can see the holes in the clouds out there in Gulf waters. That will gradually increase our clearing here locally. But right now the biggest problem that we have are the few rain showers around plus the sea fog. So showers ending this afternoon. A stronger front on the way Sunday, and we're going to focus today on riptides for the 2nd day of Severe Weather Awareness Week. All of that coming up in a few. Back to you.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Congress is back in session this noon after a 3-day government shutdown. Democrats have agreed to vote to fund the government if Republicans would agree to have a separate discussion on immigration. But as ABC's Gloria Riviera shows us, this only kicks the can down the road about 2.5 more weeks.
The shutdown may be over, but the debate over federal spending goes on.
Opening the government was one step.
We got the process started.
Overnight, President Trump signing a short-term fix, funding the government for less than 3 weeks. Trump calling the deal a big win for Republicans. The new bill reauthorizing children's health care for 6 years, but including nothing on immigration. Immigration activists and liberals not satisfied. For Democrats, the uncertain fate of Dreamers, young undocumented immigrants, justified the shutdown. To end it, Democrats accepting nothing more than Republicans' word to resolve DACA.
This immigration debate will have a level playing field at the outset and an amendment process that is fair to all sides.
The president says he too wants a DACA deal, but he also wants spending for the wall. Tweeting, nobody knows for sure that the Republicans and Democrats will be able to reach a deal on DACA by February 8th, but everyone will be trying.
There is a real commitment on both sides of the aisle in the Senate to work so hard to achieve a result.
The president has given Congress until March 5th to resolve immigration issues and the fate of DACA. The question is, will Democrats, if that doesn't happen, be willing to play the shutdown card again? Gloria Rivera, ABC News, Washington.
Back on the Suncoast, Florida's First Lady is right now in Manatee County. Ann Scott is speaking at 3 different schools today, reading to young students. Our Marla Spence joins us now from one of the 3 schools, Terra Elementary, along State Road 70. Marla?
That's right, Ray. It's been a pretty exciting day for some Manatee County students as First Lady Ann Scott is stressing the importance of literacy and reading through Literacy Awareness Week. Right now, she is in Terra Elementary School right behind me to stress the importance of reading and literacy. This week, First Lady Scott is visiting 8 schools throughout the state, and today she is in Manatee County and made her first stop at Robert E. Willis Elementary School in Lakewood Ranch this morning. Her visit comes after a 5th grader at that school wrote a letter to the governor's office inviting the governor and First Lady to that school, and those students there were in a big surprise. First Lady made her way over to Robert E. Willis to promote literacy and reading awareness, and she read her newly released book, Allie and Jordy's Adventures Through Florida.
I just really wanted him or the governor's wife, which happened, to come and visit our school and see how we do things here. I'm just really glad that she came and we had a great time.
My goal is to hopefully get through all of the schools that have requested me before my husband leaves office. I only have a year, so you do start getting a little nostalgic.
And this is the 8th year First Lady Scott is touring Florida schools for Literacy Awareness Week. She made her first stop, like I said, at that elementary school today, Robert E. Willis, and she also made a stop at Gilbert McNeil Elementary School to stress the importance of literacy and reading. And let me tell you, those students this morning, they were so excited to see First Lady, and they are excited to read her newly released book. Reporting live in Manatee County, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Nice treat for those students. Thank you, Marla. Still to come on your Suncoast News, a rare look inside one of the most exclusive private clubs in Sarasota. We'll talk to a local historian about the Field Club. And in health news, new guidelines are causing confusion on blood pressure readings. We'll explain next after John Scalzi's forecast.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 78.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Around the neighborhood or around town, you'll feel good and look even better driving your new Fiat. For maximum performance, check out the all-new Fiat Spider. You'll flip over the superior handling and capability. Or follow roads less traveled in the Fiat 500X. So go big or go small. With prices starting as low as $13,999, you're sure to find a Fiat that fits your style during the Start Something New event, going on now at Sunset Fiat of Sarasota.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it.
I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator, there was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
The classic film Singing in the Rain is coming to the Players Center in a live stage show opening January 17th. All the dances and all the songs you've come to know and love, all a part of our Wild Broadway series. Get your tickets now for this limited run by calling the Players at 365-2494 or visit us online at theplayers.org. You too can be singing in the rain.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we talked about rip currents. Today is the second day of Severe Weather Awareness Week, and rip currents are very, very popular in Florida. Obviously, you know that. They're caused as the water kind of piles up on the coastline due to a strong onshore wind and then has nowhere to go. Mother Nature has to solve that problem, and she does it by finding one little stream, an outlet that'll carry all of that piled up water right back out to sea. And when that happens, that's when you get your rip current. Rules for a rip current? Well, they're pretty simple. Don't fight that current. Don't do it. It'll just wear you out. I've been caught in a rip current. Believe me, I know. You swim as hard as you can. You make no time. In fact, you even push further out to sea, and you really end up exhausted. So don't do that. You swim parallel to the coastline till you're out of that offshore flow, and then you can swim back to the coastline without any problem whatsoever. If you can't escape, float, tread water, conserve your energy, and holler as loud as you can. Wave your hands and express your need for help, because sometimes that's your only option to get back to shore if you're caught right in one of those currents. 71 degrees by about 12 noon, or by 12 p.m. we'll get to 40% chance of showers. 75 by 3 p.m. and then as we head into the evening hours, our rain chances go down and the cloud cover continues. Currently, we've got 69 degrees. I think we'll add another couple of degrees onto that before the end of this broadcast. South-southwest wind coming in at about 6. A little bit of cloud cover, but a little bit of sunshine, too, poking through there. We're going to get more sunshine as we progress through the afternoon, I think. Got some scattered showers still in progress. We have basically some fairly light rain around here. Some pockets of some moderate rain falling around Arcadia, but most of the stuff heading from Northport on up to the north and to the east is very light stuff heading on up towards central Northport, Prince Boulevard. And then to the north, just to the north of Arcadia, we've got some showers that are fairly decent heading up towards 17. Those will be dissipating very short order. All in all, as we step through time, we'll take these few scattered showers that are around, we'll push them south and out of here. By 7 o'clock tonight, I think all we're left with are a few isolated showers. And certainly by tomorrow morning, when you drop off the kids at school or head off for work, everything looks pretty quiet. We'll start to see the winds having shifted to the northwest and drawing down some drier air, bringing us a beautiful day filled with sunshine right through 3 o'clock and into 7 o'clock. And really right into the day after tomorrow, I think. In fact, we have a string of pretty nice days shaping up for us. South winds shift northwest as that front moves through. We'll be looking for a moderate chop on your bay and inland waters. Not so bad out there, but watch for those winds picking up over the next several days. We'll still have a first alert day for the next couple of hours until we see all those showers depart. 75 the air temperature tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, all look great. Daytime highs, a little bit cooler, yes, because the front came through, and a little bit less humid, but certainly not cold. And then as we head into the weekend, we'll cloud things up just a smidge and add in that chance of rain. Sunday will probably be another first alert day for showers and possibly thunderstorms moving through. Ray?
Thank you, John. And to Health Smart now, new guidelines on blood pressure has caused some confusion. Here to sort things out is ABC's Arlette Saenz.
That blood pressure cuff, something familiar to all of us who regularly walk into the doctor's office. High blood pressure, one of the pervasive and deadly medical problems in the U.S. And now, with the recent blood pressure guideline, changes from the American College of Cardiology, millions more are now getting diagnosed with the condition. The new guidelines lower the threshold for a hypertension diagnosis, leading to more patients and more people on blood pressure medications. A new editorial showing not all are on board with the guidelines. Authors writing in the Annals of Internal Medicine arguing these guidelines may not be appropriate for everyone, saying the risks of putting more people on medications and driving blood pressures down may outweigh the benefit. So what should you do about your blood pressure? The best advice is to talk to your doctor. Together, you can decide what blood pressure target is right for you. With this Medical Minute, I'm Arlette Saenz, ABC News.
Here's a guy with low blood pressure, Chef Eddie from Apollonia Grill. Eddie, what's on the menu today?
Hello. Today we'll be doing a rainbow trout with lemon dill sauce.
Good. We'll have more of Eddie and more news after this.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today. And named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason. Because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation, caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business. Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
One of the most regal and private clubs in the area sits quietly at the foot of Field Road for the past 60 years in Sarasota. ABC's Linda Carson talked to Sarasota historian Jeff LaHerd about the Field Club.
In his latest book, Jeff LaHerd tells how it all started when Bertha Palmer arrived in Sarasota from Chicago in the early 1900s.
She came and declared Sarasota Bay as beautiful as the Bay of Naples, and it generated a lot of interest, particularly in Chicago.
Sarah Field was a relative of Bertha's, and she and her husband Stanley came to visit.
He was the nephew of Marshall Field, and he was born in Great Britain, and he worked for the Marshall Field organization, starting off as a clerk. Then he came to Chicago, worked his way up into the organization, and became a banker besides.
Stanley was once criticized by his famous Uncle Marshall Field.
There was a story that he showed up for work 15 minutes late 2 times in a row, and his uncle asked him where he was spending all of his time.
Soon he was spending it in Sarasota. The Fields built a winter home here.
It was begun in 1925, and it was designed by the famous architect David Adler, and it was completed in 1927.
They entertained often.
Guests would pull up, there's a lagoon over here, and they would pull their boats into the lagoon and then walk up the steps into the home.
The Fields wintered here for 30 years.
During the wintertime, it was very cold. I guess they didn't have central heat, or if they did, they didn't have very much of it. And they would give steamer blankets to the guests, and they would like sit around the fireplace with these steamer blankets on to keep warm.
In 1956, they decided to sell it.
But they did want it to be raised in favor of a housing development, because it was at the time of post-World War II boom here, and if they sold the property, it would have probably been demolished and turned into another development.
They wanted to sell to a club to preserve it. The Sarasota Yacht Club turned them down, but another group formed to buy it.
They paid $175,000 for the home, the whole property.
They remodeled inside but kept the original outside character. It's now one of the finest clubs on the Gulf Coast.
While Sarasota has grown, the Field Club has grown too, but the Field Club kept its same charm, and I think a lot of Sarasota's charm has gone with the growth.
The Field Club is a private club, but here's your opportunity to get inside and take a look. Jeff LaHerde is talking about his book to the Sarasota Historical Society on January 31st. It's open to the public with reservations. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Chef Eddie from Apollonia Grill joins us today. Good to have you in the kitchen, Chef.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Always a pleasure. What you cooking up for us today?
Today we're going to do a rainbow trout fish.
Nice.
It's very light.
Yep.
Very mild. I actually love it myself.
I love trout.
If you're in a new year, starting to eat healthy, I think this dish would be perfect for that.
Awesome.
So we got some rainbow trout. I patted it really dry with some paper towel there to get that moisture out. And we're just lightly going to season with some salt, olive oil, and some pepper. And then we got a very piping hot pan here, which I'm very proud of that I got it that hot.
Boy, you do. I tell you, it is a smoking hot pan.
So we're going to move pretty quick.
Okay.
Going to put skin up right on the pan.
Nice.
And get it going. Okay. This cooks very fast, so 2 to 3 minutes on each side.
Pretty thin fish.
Yeah, it's very thin and it's really nice. We're going to do a lemon dill mustard sauce here, so we'll get started with some Greek yogurt. The measurements are online on the recipe, so you guys can take a look at that. So we got some Greek yogurt, we got some mayonnaise. The mayonnaise is going to add a little bit of richness. You could eliminate the mayonnaise if you want to keep it even more low calories. And then we're going to add some Dijon mustard. All right, and Dijon mustard, you can adjust it based on your taste and your liking. And then we're going to do some fresh lemon juice. We'll try to keep those seeds out of there.
That's why you're squeezing in your hand, right?
That's right, yep. There's a huge lemon. So really nice. All right, we're going to do some, I would say about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice should be enough.
Lemon zest, you mean?
Some lemon zest, or the lemon juice. We're going to do some lemon zest just to add to that, flavor and the aroma of it. It's really, really nice.
It really does make a powerfully aroma.
Now we're just going to add some fresh dill to it, whisk it, mix it up, and serve it on the side with our fish. So we got some fresh dill in there. Again, all of these can be adjusted based on your liking and your taste. A little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper, and then a little bit of hot sauce. A few dashes. If you want to make it spicy, you can. If you don't want to use it at all, you don't have to use it. So it's just going to whisk this up really quick. You might need a little bit more lemon juice in there to thin it out, but we'll see.
Oh, it smells so good.
Thank you.
It's very aromatic.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty good, and this sauce goes really good with any fish, like salmon or the rainbow trout, or really any fish that you.
Does this sauce have an actual name for this particular?
Lemon dill sauce.
Yeah.
Lemon dill mustard sauce.
Kind of your own creation?
Yeah, but I think most chefs know this sauce. It's a pretty basic sauce, so it goes really good with all fish. So I'm going to use one of these spoons here to put some on the side for our fish. And I think our fish should be just about ready now.
Nice. How are things over at Apollonia?
Pretty busy.
I would imagine,
it's busy right now. This time of year, definitely very busy. So you just want to grab that and just put your hand, flip it on the other side.
Oh, look how pretty that is.
So give it another 1 minute or 2 minutes to that, and then we're going to plate it. I got some salad over there.
Oh, that looks great.
I'm not sure what I did with
Is this on your menu
with my
at
tongs.
Apollonia, or
we
is
run
this
this
a
as a special.
Yeah,
Yeah, we run it quite often as a special. I mean, we always have some kind of fish, fresh catch, you know, whatever's in the market. And right now we got some really good deals on this rainbow trout, so I figured let's feature it at the studio.
Nice.
So I got some grilled lemon right there. Our sauce on the side. There we go. We're going to put that right there.
That looks pretty. And while you plate this up, I'll remind everybody that the recipe is on our website, mysuncoast.com. You go on the website, hit the dining link page, dining link button. It'll take you right to the page with all the video instructions.
It's a really nice, good sized fish
and
right there.
Voila! There is the final product. Doesn't
right.
that look pretty? Chef Eddie, thank you very much. Apollonia Grill.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
I actually started playing the game at 11 years old, so I started a little bit later than most players. But I was actually raised on Fighting Joe. The value here at Robert Trent Jones is unsurpassable. I mean, I have looked to other places. I've traveled all the way across the country. Everything is perfect as far as everything is the golf course, the rolling of the greens. Everything that I've encountered has just been absolutely incredible. And for the money that you spend, for the value that you actually get, it is unsurpassable. I'd recommend it for anybody.
You can do something about a crime, any crime, and you can receive a reward of up to $3,000 cash. Call Crime Stoppers with information about criminal activity, unsolved crimes, drug dealers, fugitive criminals, stolen property, illegal weapons. Call 366-TIPS. You will remain anonymous. Visit SarasotaCrimeStoppers.com. Download the Crime Stoppers P3 mobile app from the Apple iTunes Store or Google Play. Call Crime Stoppers 366-TIPS. Paid for by the Attorney General's Office, Crime Stoppers Trust Fund.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. A cruise ship passenger died after falling several decks from her balcony. The Carnival cruise ship was on a 4-day Bahamas cruise that left from Jacksonville on Thursday. A cruise spokesperson says the incident happened early Friday when the woman fell from her balcony. She passed away shortly after her fall. We spoke with a passenger aboard that cruise ship. He said this made everybody more cautious on board.
I know with our group today, everybody was a little more cautious because it does make you think about it. I noticed on the news, I think it was a ship that either came back or left on Thursday out of another port. Somebody fell off of the deck 2 levels and they died. And now this person fell overboard, so it really does make you a little cautious whenever you're out on the deck, especially, I mean, anything can happen, accidents happen, but it makes you think a little bit more and want to be safe.
He says his group found out during dinner when an alarm went off and everyone ran to the side of the ship to see what was happening. Another woman is missing in the Gulf of Mexico after falling from the deck of a different Carnival cruise ship on Sunday. The Carnival Triumph was in the second day of a 5-day cruise from New Orleans to Cozumel, Mexico. The cruise line said that last night search efforts were continuing. Carnival officials said they've been in contact with the missing woman's family. Police in Orlando plan to increase security during tonight's Jackson Browne concert. The Orlando police are aware of messages left at an Indiana church that threatened Las Vegas-like violence in Orlando. Police believe whomever left the messages on a banner placed outside the Unitarian Universalist Church in West Lafayette were referencing last year's mass shooting at a country music festival on the Las Vegas Strip. Jackson Browne has not commented on this threat. Florida students who get bullied may get taxpayer help to attend a private school. A Senate panel in Tallahassee recently voted for a bill that would allow students who are victims of bullying or other types of violence to move to a different school or receive a private school voucher. Bradenton area Senator Bill Galvano co-sponsored the bill that he says is designed to help students who feel trapped. Now, that is not Galvano. Democrats on the Senate Education Committee voted against the bill, though. Several said they were concerned about expanding the use of private school vouchers in the state of Florida. Puerto Rico's power utility is going to be privatized. The governor there says the move will modernize power generation, making it cheaper for citizens and more efficient. He added that the improved infrastructure will respond better to natural disasters. Now, San Juan's mayor opposes the move. She fears that it'll cause the power authority to focus on making money and not serving the people of Puerto Rico. This all comes 4 months after Hurricane Maria devastated the island. About 1 in 3 homes are still without power. And speaking of hurricane repairs, the Community Foundation of Sarasota County awarded over $300,000 from the Hurricane Irma Relief Fund. They've given it to 41 local nonprofits in the area. According to the Sarasota Herald Tribune, the funds will help with recovery efforts or expenses directly related to Hurricane Irma, such as evacuation costs, lost wages, and property damage. Meantime, back in Puerto Rico, a Southwest Airlines flight was recently filled with over 60 dogs and cats. These passengers embarked, if you will, on a flight to Lucky Dog Animal Rescue in Washington, D.C. after spending months on their own after Hurricane Maria. Southwest Airlines said they received a call from the animal shelter's partner in Puerto Rico that needed help getting all the abandoned animals off the island. They said the operation took months to plan, and Lucky Dog, that's the name of the place, Lucky Dog, so that over 20 of the pets have already been adopted since the plane landed. One of the many byproducts. Nice follow-up there. One of the many byproducts of that lousy hurricane, Maria.
Boy, yeah, I'll tell you what, 2 terrible hurricanes this season. Let's hope we don't have anything like that next season.
You said it.
Though there are some kind of indications that we may have some issues out there as we we'll see how it goes. Some of the things that generally knock down hurricane seasons are not going to be with us next hurricane season, so could be more active. We'll see.
Okay.
It's a long way away. 69 degrees current air temperature outside. We have a dew point value still high at 67. I think one of the things you're going to notice as we head through the next couple of days is the fact that dew point value is going to lower, and that's because we have a wind shift coming. Right now it's south-southwest. It'll be shifting to the northwest with time as a cold front works its way through here later this evening, and that's really going to lower our dew points, give us lower humidity, make it feel pretty comfortable outside. A few scattered showers still left, some out in Gulf waters. Most of the stuff around here, that was in Hardee and DeSoto counties and Charlotte County as well, interior sections of Sarasota County. Northport seeing a few showers around Wauchula, Arcadia seeing a few scattered showers around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. And we have a chance at seeing some showers for the remainder of the afternoon, but the Futurecast continues to show little in the way of any kind of major rain chances coming today. Just some isolated at best, at worst or best, depending on how you look at things, I guess, showers this afternoon, and then some clearing. Talk all about the forecast coming up in just a few. Right?
Thank you, John. Tsunami warnings went up on the west coast after a 7.9 magnitude earthquake struck near Alaska this morning. ABC's Daniel Backus has the latest.
The tsunami alarm waking Alaska residents in the middle of the night. Authorities telling people to get to higher ground immediately.
This is not a drill. This is an actual tsunami warning. Everybody get out of your homes and make it a safe place.
A 7.9 earthquake off the coast of Alaska's Kodiak Island triggering a tsunami warning, sending people scrambling to find safety. Kodiak's 6,000 residents gathered at the local high school for shelter.
We're leaving base now. Yeah, they're sounding the alarms now.
We're about to take off and head for deeper water. Most of the city is headed for higher ground.
The quake also generating tsunami watches up and down the west coast from British Columbia all the way to Southern California. People here waking up to messages like this one on their phones. After a few tense hours, those watches were canceled after waves felt to show up in coastal Alaska communities.
The plates slid past each other instead of one going beneath each other. This will cause less uplift on the seafloor, and there's less chance of a tsunami.
There were no reports of injuries or damage after the initial quake. And get this, according to NOAA, tsunami waves can travel as fast as 500 miles per hour in deep water. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
5 people are still missing after a fiery explosion ripped through an Oklahoma drilling rig. More than 20 employees were at the site when the well exploded. Aerial footage showed several fires were still burning by midday on the rig. The towering metal structure above the well collapsed onto the ground. The fire was put out last night, but there's still smoke coming from the well.
The gas that is burning out of the wellhead right now is safe because it's burning. The wellhead control company is going to work on getting that extinguished and containing the raw gas that will be coming out after they get it extinguished.
Still no word as to what caused this blast. The USA Gymnastics chairman and 2 other board members have resigned. This comes in the wake of more than 100 women who describe harrowing abuse at the sentencing of a former team doctor. One of Larry Nassar's accusers said that yesterday Michigan State University, where Nassar worked, is still billing her for appointments she had with him. The university and USA Gymnastics were named by many victims as having ignored reports of what happened there for years.
If policy to prevent this was in place and was followed, it would have prevented this from happening to the majority of us. Whistleblowers need to be taken seriously.
If over these many years just one adult listened and had the courage and character to act, this tragedy could have been avoided.
USA Gymnastics says the resignation of its chairman, vice chair, and treasurer will allow the organization to more effectively now move forward. Well, an unusual story from St. Petersburg now, where a man was arrested after getting into a fight with his girlfriend and allegedly striking her with a piece of chicken. 23-year-old Jawan Brown was arrested on domestic battery after arguing led to Brown intentionally stepping on his girlfriend's foot. A short time after that, Brown threw the piece of chicken at his girlfriend's face. Here's some video of chicken. Brown later bonded out of jail and was ordered to have no further contact with the victim. Still no word how that chicken was prepared. A lawsuit filed against Patty the dog for biting a teenage girl has been dropped. The case dismissal was filed this week. According to court filings in Manatee County, last summer the dog allegedly attacked a 17-year-old victim. Now you might recall this story. The black lab avoided a death sentence for biting a toddler nearly 3 years ago. That court case led to amended state laws regarding euthanizing dogs that cause injury in an attack. Longboat Key's Kiwanis Club has once again led the area in the annual Salvation Army Holiday Donation Drive. They raised over $15,000 with those bells. According to the Sarasota Observer, the club's been the Salvation Army's top collector in the area for about a decade. The previous year, they raised $14,000. The club filled 217 shifts, each lasting for about an hour and 15 minutes. Okay, here's the best story of the day. A 3-year-old cancer patient's wish came true this morning in Sarasota. A child with leukemia from Minnesota named Cammie came to the Suncoast to live her dream of riding a horse on the beach. Well, we were there as she and her family got to the beach at the Ritz-Carlton and Lido Key. They say they got to experience something that only existed in their daughter's imagination.
She saw a kid's YouTube video of little kids riding on horses along the beach, and her eyes lit up huge. She said, "Mom, we have to do that."
Well, there she goes. She got a chance to ride Bam Bam. Afterwards, she got off to eat with her family, something she rarely gets to do because of her condition. Here's the sad part. Her mother says they have an end date for her treatments, December 13th. Still to come on your Suncoast News. Who doesn't want a good night's sleep? We'll show you which mattress ranks the highest based on a latest Consumer Reports survey.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in a car accident, the state of Florida only gives you a specific amount of time to file a claim. So act now, give us a call.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Now your ABC7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
On the second day of Severe Weather Awareness Week, we talk about rip currents. A big problem here in Florida. Many people die every year because of rip currents being caught in them, and most of the beach rescues, about 80% of them, involve rip currents in some form or another. In this particular scenario, the area that you see outlined in green here has been dyed with a non-toxic, of course, green dye. And you get a very clear idea of what happens. The water kind of piling up on the shore has nowhere to go, so it finds its own way out. If you're caught in one of these, you rapidly go out to sea, swim parallel to the shore till you're out of that stream of water, and then you can go back to the coastline very easily without exhausting yourself. Current conditions outside, 69 degrees. Dew point value comes in at 67, still kind of high. Feels a little humid out there, but that dew point will be falling as we progress through the next couple of days. Scattered showers still around. We still have some areas of drizzle out here in Gulf waters, but nothing really heavy. Most of the heavier rain showers are going to be pushed down to the south, and with a little daytime heating. Wouldn't be a bit surprised to see a thunderstorm or two anyway pop up here in the southern tip of the state later in the afternoon. But for us, you know, I think things are winding down now. We've got a few scattered showers in Hardee and DeSoto counties, a few around Northport and around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. But as we head into the 3 p.m. hour, I think the showers will become more and more isolated, and more clearing will be just on the horizon. Heading into the evening, should not be a particularly beautiful sunset, I don't think. You may break into a little bit more clear sky as we head into the sunset hour if we're lucky, but right now I'd put about a 60-40 chance against having a pretty sunset. We'll have more of a cloudy sky. And then as we head into the midnight hour, I think we have a better chance seeing a little bit of starlight out there. And then by dawn tomorrow morning, drop-off time, 7:30 for the kids, everything looks pretty good in terms of seeing a lot of sunshine to start your day and carry you through the afternoon. By that time, the front will have pushed south. And as it pushes south, I think we'll see that wind shift take place out of the northwest and draw down some of that drier air as high pressure builds in and the front decays away down in the Florida Straits. Now, this front came from the Pacific, so it doesn't pack a wallop in terms of really cold air. That will come our way perhaps as we head into next week. Perhaps. We're still some kind of issues in some of the computer models, so we're fine-tuning that forecast. But certainly the first alert day that we have today, because of the rain showers around, will be winding down over the next hour or so. Cooler temperatures tomorrow by a little bit, and then that stronger weekend front that we'll continue to monitor. South wind shifting to the northwest, picking up wind speeds, by the way, tonight. And for the next several days, I think our wind speeds are going to be kind of breezy. 75 our daytime high today. Nice for the next couple of days and warming. And then we get into the weekend with perhaps another first alert day on Sunday. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Consumer news now. A recent price hike for Netflix didn't affect the company's growth by any means. The streaming service added 8 million new subscribers in the fourth quarter alone. Netflix now has more than 117 million members worldwide. Netflix credits its original content for the continued growth. Media mogul Rupert Murdoch says that Facebook should pay media companies for providing trusted news content that appears on its social network. He says it would be just like pay TV systems pay broadcasters and cable channels. Murdoch's remarks follow Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg's pledge to prioritize which news organizations' articles and videos would be on Facebook feeds based on user surveys about the trustworthiness of news sites. Well, Consumer Reports is out with a new review of the beds that could help you get a better night's sleep. They examined 116 mattresses. They tested durability, firmness, and support. They range from $400 to over $4,000. But sleep expert Dr. Michael Bruce says price isn't the only factor.
I would say price is probably the last factor that you would want to really look at. I would say you need to get onto a bed that you feel comfortable on, that your bed partner feels comfortable on, that you have the right support characteristics.
Now, if you're looking for a hassle-free mattress, bed in a box, squished like a mattress, like a pancake, and rolls out like a sleeping bag, popular ones range from $960 to a little over $2,000. Also making the top of the list, the standard coil and spring mattress from Charles PR and the adjustable air mattress from Sleep Number. There you go. Atlanta could be the next city with a full-fledged self-driving car program. It would follow Phoenix, where Google-owned Waymo is already picking up residents in cars with no drivers. Waymo is in the early stages in Atlanta right now, just mapping the city. $1 billion worth of gift cards go unspent every year, much of that because the recipient doesn't like the retailer or the restaurant. But before you unload the unwanted cards on Craigslist, reporter Amy Wagner from our Cincinnati sister station has a new fraud warning to share.
Here's a common scam. Say you want to sell a $100 iTunes gift card. You list it on Craigslist and someone offers to buy it for $90. The buyer says they'll pay you through PayPal and asks you to email them the card and PIN. You get a notification from PayPal that the payment went through and send off those codes. But the second you do, the buyer cancels that digital payment and spends the card before you can do anything about it. And because Craigslist doesn't guarantee the authenticity of anything listed on its site, you're left empty-handed. Scammers are also using hacked PayPal accounts to buy gift cards on Craigslist and eBay, again, leaving sellers in the lurch. The Simply Money point, if you want to sell a gift card, your best bet is to do it on a site like Cardpool or Raise, which offers guarantees to both buyers and sellers.
Now, by the way, Target has a card exchange program. You bring in a card from more than 140 qualifying retailers, and you can swap it for a Target card. Now, you likely won't get the face value, just like you wouldn't at an auction site either. You can find details on this program on the Target website. Still to come on your Suncoast News, the nominees are. We'll have this year's Academy Award nominations. They're out this morning. We have the list for you when we come back.
Start the year off with big savings during the Start Something New event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Why settle for less when you can shop the Suncoast's largest selection? Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $24,999. Or drive away in a beautiful new Chrysler 300 for as little as $21,999. That's right, save over $9,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
You don't want to miss the annual Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 3rd and 4th at the Venice Community Center. It is the largest orchid show on Florida's West Coast with thousands of blooming orchids on display and for sale. You'll also find orchid growing supplies, artwork, jewelry, accessories, and free classes. Make plans now to attend the Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 3rd and 4th at the Venice Community Center. Go to vaos.org online for more details.
When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
We're not paid enough, but the idea that we will just lay down and accept whatever the board decides to give us is not who we are.
Sarasota County teachers protesting their pay. The district says no. Then why is the superintendent getting a bonus? I'm Alan Cohn. Class is in session at the Trapezoid.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Join ABC 7 at the all-new 2018 edition of Circus Sarasota. Ovation under the big top at Nathan Benderson Park behind the mall at UTC. Friday, February 9th through Sunday, March 4th. All opening weekend tickets are 20% off, courtesy of ABC 7. To purchase your discount tickets, visit circusarts.org. The Circus Sarasota box office at the big top, or call 941-355-9805.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Well, the nominations are in for the 90th Academy Awards. They're in now. ABC's Zachary Quiche has the list.
There's a lot of excitement around this year's Oscar nomination.
Hey, how you doing?
So, how handsome is he?
Jordan Peele earned a directing nomination for the much-talked-about Get Out. Lady Bird's Greta Gerwig also earned a nomination for achievement in directing. And what about Rachel Morrison, the first woman ever nominated for cinematography for Mudbound?
You just come back.
Mary J. Blige also earned a nomination for her supporting role on the same project. With 774 new Academy voters in the mix for 2018, there's a refreshing youthfulness, and more doors have been opened in terms of diversity of genders, ethnicity, and geography than in past years. The goal of the Academy's membership initiative following the 2016 #OscarsSoWhite protest was with this in mind. Timothée Chalamet and Daniel Kaluuya are the fresh faces for Best Actor. There were some incredible performances by women this year. Saoirse Ronan and Frances McDormand might be the favorites for Best Actress. The Shape of Water is just one of the favorites for Best Picture, but don't forget about Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Lady Bird, or Get Out, which made this category as well. What is unknown is what impact movements like Me Too and Time's Up will play at the Oscars, as women use their platform and agency to empower each other and reshape the industry. Zachary Quiche, ABC News, New York.
All Raspberry Award nominations are also in. Transformers: The Last Night leads this year's Golden Raspberry Award for this year's Worst Achievement in Film. It's up for 9 Razzies, including Worst Picture, Worst Director, Worst Actor, Mark Wahlberg, who's also up for Worst Actor for Daddy's Home 2, 50 Shades Darker is up for 8 Razzies, including Worst Actress for Dakota Johnson and Worst Actor for Jamie Dornan, who both won in 2016 for 50 Shades of Grey. Not good. Bill Cosby performed last night for the first time since sexual abuse allegations from dozens of women put his career on hold back in 2015. He told stories and jokes to a small crowd, but the main reason he came out was to honor a jazz drummer he admired. A reporter who was there said he got mixed reactions from the crowd. Entertainer Neil Diamond has been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. The neurodegenerative disorder can cause tremors, slowness of movement, and other symptoms. Because of his diagnosis, the 76-year-old says he is now retiring from touring. He is known for Sweet Caroline and many other hits. Diamond says he still plans to continue writing and recording, but the tours he had planned for this year have been canceled. Sad to hear that. Quite a legend.
It is. That is sad. Well, hopefully, he'll take some time off, and maybe there's some medical procedures out there that can help him. I know some of that deep brain stimulation and other things works pretty well.
Yeah, we can only hope.
So fingers crossed.
Good point. All right, well, enjoy your Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, on Good Morning Suncoast.